When people hear the word colonization, they often think of Europeans arriving in the Americas. But after the United States became independent in 1776, the country continued expanding across the continent. In many ways, Americans colonized the land that became the modern United States. At the time of independence, the United States was made up of only 13 states along the Atlantic coast. Beyond those settlements stretched vast forests, mountains, rivers, and plains. Millions of indigenous people had lived on these lands for thousands of years, long before European settlers arrived. As the population of the young nation grew, many Americans wanted more land for farming, trade, and new communities. The government encouraged people to move westward, believing that expansion would bring wealth and security. One of the biggest steps came in 1803, when President Thomas Jefferson purchased the Louisiana Territory from France. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States and opened an enormous area for future settlement. Soon afterward, explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark traveled across the newly acquired territory. Their expedition mapped rivers, mountains, and wildlife while meeting many indigenous nations along the way. Throughout the 19th century, thousands of settlers traveled west using famous routes such as the Oregon Trail. Families packed their belongings into wagons and searched for new opportunities despite dangerous journeys and harsh conditions. However, westward expansion came at a great cost to indigenous peoples. Many Native American nations were forced from their ancestral lands through treaties, military conflicts, and government policies. One of the most tragic events was the Trail of Tears, during which thousands of Cherokee people were forced to relocate, and many died from hunger, disease, and exhaustion. In the 1840s, many Americans embraced the idea of manifest destiny, the belief that the United States was destined to expand across the North American continent. This belief encouraged further settlement and influenced government decisions. The United States also gained new territory through war and diplomacy. After the Mexican-American War, the country acquired vast lands in the Southwest, including areas that are now California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and New Mexico. The discovery of gold in California in 1848 attracted hundreds of thousands of people from around the world. New towns appeared almost overnight, helping transform the American West. As railroads spread across the continent, travel and trade became much easier. Cities grew rapidly, businesses expanded, and millions of immigrants arrived to build new lives in the growing nation. By the end of the 19th century, the United States stretched from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. The country had become one of the world's largest and most powerful nations. Today, historians recognize that this expansion brought both opportunity and suffering. It created new states, cities, and industries, but it also displaced indigenous communities and reshaped the lives of millions of people. The history of how the United States expanded across its own continent is complex. It is a story of exploration, migration, ambition, conflict, and transformation, one that continues to shape America today.